Hi there, I'm the Buyer Buddy. If you are currently looking for an apartment in New York City with a broker, or think that you may do so in the future, I've made this video for you. My name is Randy Goldwater, and I am the founder and team leader of the Buyer Buddy. The Buyer Buddy is a group of dedicated buy-side specialist brokers designed specifically to protect the interests of a buyer in a real estate transaction. We're located here in New York City, and we are a division of City Habitats, a subsidiary of NRT, the largest real estate brokerage firm in the United States. I've been a broker here in Manhattan for the past 28 years. And over those years, I have seen every kind of real estate transaction imaginable. And what I've discovered along the way is that there are some really flagrant, almost disappointing conflicts of interest that exist between a buyer and the broker that they're working with. Let me give you an example. You're going through the newspaper or magazine, you're online, and you see an apartment, beautiful layouts, pictures. You call the broker and say you'd like to see the apartment. The exclusive broker makes an appointment to show you that apartment, at which point you should be notified and realize that that broker is representing the interests of the seller. And as we all know, the interests of the seller are diametrically opposite to the interests of the buyer. Buyer wants to get the apartment at the lowest price possible. The seller wants to get the highest price possible. And the broker is there specifically to make the goals of the seller come true, at your expense oftentimes. So, why does the Buyer Buddy exist? And what is it that we do? Well, as dedicated buy-side specialists, advocates for buyers, there is never any question on who we represent. So you go see that apartment, under normal circumstances, you go see that apartment with the exclusive broker. He takes you in, he shows you the apartment, and you're interested, you'd like to see more. And he takes you across the street and he shows you an apartment that's not his exclusive. At which point, he's now representing you. In that apartment, you ask him a question about the first apartment you saw, and now he's representing that owner again, not working for you. So you can see how that could be difficult while sharing financial information with him, maybe on your strategy of buying, maybe on the amount of down payment that you have, your closing dates, your purchase price. Depending on what apartment you choose to buy, that information maybe perhaps will be used against you in a negotiation. The broker that you actually think is working for you. So brokers are required to disclose who they're working for, and that disclosure is necessarily in writing. Brokers are required under law to fulfill some fiduciary obligations to their clients. They're required to give obedience. Their loyalty, disclosure, confidentiality, accountability, reasonable care. It's the old acronym, old car. So if a broker is working with the seller and you don't have representation, your interests are secondary. So these disclosure forms need to be completed at the time of first substantive contact. You introduce yourself, you tell the broker what you're looking for, at which time he's disclosing who he's working for. If he's not working for you, you need a broker who will work for you. And that's where the Buyer Buddy comes in. We are a team of very talented, extraordinary agents who are here to further your interests and to provide the best professional real estate services available anywhere in New York. So these services exist outside of Manhattan, throughout the country, as buyer brokers. It's not really a thing here in New York, and it is now. But outside of the city, they require exclusivity and or for the clients to pay brokerage commissions to the buy-side brokers, and we don't do any of that. We do not charge you for our services, and there are huge benefits for working for us. Not only are we going to save you time, money, and reduce the possibility of mistakes, you have to realize that in New York, with the average price of an apartment at $1.2 million, the stakes are high. You know, a small percentage that you could get, you know, maybe reduce on a purchase price is a substantial amount of money. And we work as a team with hand-picked industry professionals. Our attorneys we know personally, our mortgage brokers are the best in the business, and they're available to you, all of our clients, and they pledge to work with our clients as if they're the only clients in the world. There's never a good reason to lose a deal, and there's never a good reason for a transaction to fail because of the people that are involved. So here at the Buyer Buddy, our new launch, this is our inaugural video, and we'd like it if you could share this with anybody that you may know that would be looking to buy an apartment in Manhattan. You can subscribe to our blog and market newsletter at thebuyerbuddy.com, and you can keep an eye out for our future roundtable discussions, maybe some questions and answer scenarios, also buyer tips, and keep an eye out for our in-person live seminars with some of our industry professionals, where you can come in and ask questions and maybe learn something before you buy an apartment. And we'll be having these seminars for first-time buyers to the savvy investors. Everybody could learn something. So on that, I'm going to say have a good day, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.